And Congresswoman Velázquez joins me now to talk more about her decision and her illustrious career. Her district, the 7th District, covers both Brooklyn and Queens, including all or parts of Long Island City, Astoria, Sunnyside, Fort Greene, Greenpoint, and Williamsburg. Welcome back to the program. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
So I think people were surprised yesterday by your announcement that you plan to retire. Talk a little bit about how you arrived at the decision. Is this something you had been thinking about for a long time?
Yes, I've been thinking about this decision for the last basically 3 years, and I decided that this will be my last term. It was not an easy choice, especially in the midst of so much damage being done by the Trump administration, particularly here in New York. And I love this work. I love my district. I think that the people of my district, young voters, are, are are in the ground, always working, organizing. They're not just waiting for the next crisis to hit. They are organizing to be ready for whatever things that could come our way in terms of the Trump administration or something like another health crisis, like the pandemic. Um, So what I saw during the mayoral election, that so many young people are hungry for change and have a clear eye view of the problems and how to fix them. So that helped convince me that this was the right time to pass the torch.
So you talk about the young people in the mayoral election. So did Zoran Mamdani and his win, did that sort of tip the scales for you when you saw that energy that he inspired in young people?
Yes, and I feel like I have peace in the sense that I know we have a cadre of young leaders that are ready to take on the next challenge, whether that is representing this district. I have made it a goal throughout my political life to nurture the next cadre of future leaders. So there are many elected leaders, young leaders, and community activists that I know could do this job. So, a good leader knows when is the time to step back and allow for the new generation to step in.
So let me have you reflect on your career a little bit. When you look back at all the work you've done over these 30 plus years in Congress, what will you be proudest of?
Well, of course, I'm proud of what I've done in Congress, from helping Sonia Sotomayor reach the Supreme Court and change the face of the U.S. Supreme Court to to represent all people in this country. The work that I have done supporting small businesses, opening the door of opportunities in the federal marketplace, especially for women, for Latinos, for veterans. And I am proud of the leaders that I have helped lift up.
So there's going to be a lot of people interested in this seat. I think we're going to see a very crowded race next year. I believe you've said there's no heir apparent. There's no one who you see as your chosen successor.
Well, yes, correct. There are so many good people, leaders here, that it's going to be very difficult for me. That is not my style. I have tried to support leaders who are grounded in their communities and fighting for the people who need it most. That has always been my North Star. So I want to I want to see a strong, independent, progressive public servant who understood who they work for. And I always trust the voters. I know that they will make the right decision. But the challenge is, yes, we have great people here, but they have to come before the people, before the voters, talk to them about their vision, and that vision should reflect the anxieties, the challenges, the needs, the affordability issues that people are being dealing with.
Would you like to see a Latino or Latina be that person?
I want to see the best candidate.
Right.
And I know that we have a lot of great Latinos.
What would be your advice for your successor as they navigate the job and, in this period that we're in with Donald Trump and all the ways that the Democratic Party is trying to push back against his agenda?
First, to believe in themselves, not to be afraid, to listen to the people, to be on the ground so that they could translate what they hear into legislative solutions in Washington, but to be bold, not to be afraid, not to be apologetic. And that is one thing that really attracted me from Zoran. He was not apologetic about the fact that, yes, we are facing an affordability crisis in the area of housing and childcare, and that we need revenues in order to implement his vision. And I think that the billionaire class and the corporate class have done pretty well in New York. Now is the time for them to step up and be part of the solution.
Have you given any thought yet to what the future holds for you? What's next after you step down from Congress?
Well, look, I'm not going away. I'm not disappearing. I'm going to be here in New York. I will continue to advocate for New York, continue my work on Puerto Rico so that we could resolve the colonial status of Puerto Rico, and we'll continue to support young leaders.
All right, we're going to leave it there. Congresswoman Nydia Velázquez, thank you so much for joining us tonight.
Thank you for having me.